my mask off.
Beautiful.
Gotta smell the roses, right?
Have to smell
Stop
roses.
and smell the roses.
Especially on this day, you gotta. They're gorgeous.
Grandfather, grandfather. I'm outside.
We're live, by the way, so.
Oh, they can see us already? Where is this?
Some of the guys is the streamer, and one of the guys is
excuse me, sir. Can I click a microphone on the rabbi? Real quick, it's just going to be for one.
Maybe he could clip himself if he doesn't want to get too close.
Sure, yeah.
It's on the door.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, whoever's
I'm
going to
doing
be
the
speaking
second
more.
half.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's speaking.
I think it would be best if you put it on her.
Okay,
And
sure.
he can use the microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Yeah.
problem.
Okay,
that work?
perfect.
Completely fine.
Okay, so if you want to just tuck this then in one of your pockets, or do you have an inside?
Do I? Wait, maybe I do.
Okay.
Might be a surprise for us.
Oh yeah. I know there's no clip on
I'm
this.
like, I don't know if I have pockets.
No.
There's no pocket
On
inside the
inside
jacket.
of the jacket.
No, it's like
Okay.
it doesn't have a doesn't come across.
Doesn't, unfortunately.
Well, aren't you going to stay pretty much standing behind the table the whole time?
Yeah, can it
Yeah.
just
Just
be
leave it on the table?
This is just a
whole flower
backup,
fell.
but
That's
still.
okay, it's all good.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
I'll just, just nothing, huh? Or any way you could, like, strap it to your belt? Probably not. Well, okay.
Usually they have, you know what I mean?
Right.
No. I mean,
Yeah,
if it's
unfortunately.
down, if it's placed down, I can then just try to stay in that spot.
Russ,
Right,
there's a great
yeah,
towel on
can you
the
just,
rowing machine.
Really quick, if I just have
And
it
there's white towels under the bench.
sitting here and yeah, you just have a clip on your jacket. Would that be okay? Yeah, well, that's yeah. Sure, and then if you can just try to tuck the table in behind your jacket as much as you can. Perfect. Yeah, that'll be great.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Mia.
Yeah, you don't need to. Cool, yeah. And
Right.
actually, might as well just start him.
Is it streaming?
Put it on
Yeah.
when he's speaking as well. And then you go. Okay. This is working as well. This is just our backup.
Such a good boy. Hi. Can I say hi to you?
Walking around out here.
I can't. I don't know. I just keep thinking how like I don't know.
All the way in the
I know.
tie.
Oh,
Next time,
okay.
blonde hair.
That's so funny. You're like, oh,
Ellie,
your kids.
hi.
You know,
Just
you're
wave your
not.
hand.
Like you're not gonna be the
Sorry if it's really sunny, but do you guys want to scoot over?
Do you like for hobby? Here's should I start this off now? Now that do you want me to keep it on or off?
Maybe when you speak, you should shake it off.
Do it for now? I don't. You had me tested. I feel great about it. So take it off now?
Yeah.
What? Yeah?
As long as the report right before John.
Well, it looks like baby's ready.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, well then I'm putting my mask away. So you feel okay if I put my mask away then? Okay.
And the sun's up and going on. talus for you on the chair. When you go inside, it'll be ready for you. There's one on the chair for you.
Is that the tallest for wrapping?
For me, yeah.
For you?
Or for I have two.
No, we can use one for your wrap.
It's okay. I have two. That's all. I think that's all we need.
Is it being live?
It's on there?
Great. Okay, where is the...
So can we?
I didn't care.
Oh no, we have to bring them in.
Is the camera facing this way now?
What's going on?
I'm just gonna welcome everybody.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, but do I need to put this on?
If you could, yeah.
We'll see first.
And it's really mainly that mic. If you stand in front of that mic.
Back,
you're good.
back, right there, right there.
Wait, Miles, can you see the stuff that's on the table or no?
Yeah, why don't you get in the back, Vic, so you can get a wide shot of the whole table and everything.
Thank you. All right. We just want to let everybody know that Rabbi Dembo will begin the ceremony in just a minute or so. We just want to welcome everyone, and we're so glad you're here this beautiful, glorious morning. We know so much has happened in the last few months, so much darkness in this world. The fact that we can come together to celebrate such a beautiful simcha. I feel an immense amount of joy in my heart right now, as I know all of the family members do who are present. And I'm hoping I can speak for all of you who are at home. We feel that presence of joy right here, right now. And so in just a moment, Rabbi Dembo will begin the ceremony.
Mazel tov, everyone. Mazel tov. Mazel tov to those joining us virtually. I'm sure the family wishes you were here, but they are happy that you're joining in this way nonetheless. For those of you who are present, please make sure all your cell phones are on silence. Do not want a startling ring at the wrong moment. Again, Mazel Tov. A bris milah is one of the holiest occasions that we as Jews celebrate. One of the reasons we are told that it is so holy is that part of the soul enters into the child. So we're going to start out by lighting some candles. The wax represents the body. The flame represents the soul. The hope and prayer is that this child grows up to be the embodiment of a flame, a source of light and inspiration to all those around him. So we're going to ask the two grandmothers, Heidi and Debbie, to please come up and light one candle each, and hopefully the wind will be kind and will not blow them out. Do you have matches?
Yes, underneath is hiding, other side.
Light them all. I don't think they're going to stay lit.
We'll move them inside.
It's purely symbolic.
Yeah.
And hopefully them blowing out is not symbolic.
I think we're as good as we're going to get.
Want to put them inside?
Yeah.
Heidi, Deb, do you want to run them inside and just light them?
Oh, perfect. Yes.
While they're taking them in.
Yeah, perfect. You can continue.
The reason we give our sons a circumcision when they are 8 days old is because that's what our forefather Abraham Avinu, gave his son Isaac a bris when he was 8 days old, and anything done prior to that, for example, in the hospital, that's not considered a bris. Now, just like Abraham performed this mitzvah on his own son, really the father is supposed to do this.
Thank you, no thank you.
Okay. That reaction tells you why I'm here. However, it is his responsibility, so he is going to have to accept upon himself that responsibility. We're going to carry the baby indoors. We're going to be doing this inside, just a little too windy for it to be outdoors today, so we're going to go inside and take care of the bris indoors. We're going to place the baby on a symbolic chair, the symbolic chair of Elijah Eliyahu Hanavi. You might be familiar with him from Passover. He is said to go around to every one of our tables, have a little sip of wine. That's a seasonal occupation. His full-time job is he comes to every bris and says a prayer over the child. After that, we'll place the baby on the lap of the sandak. This is by far the highest honor that could be bestowed upon anyone in the Jewish people. It is said whoever holds the baby on their lap has a profound spiritual impact on the child. So if you can keep your composure, all your thoughts go right up to the throne in heaven. So have all of us in mind. At that moment is when I'll perform the actual bris. Immediately following, I will turn the ceremony over to my dear friend and colleague, Rabbi Guzik, who will take over and give this baby his Hebrew name. Now, this is the first time that name is supposed to be pronounced in a public forum. And we are told it is precisely at that moment part of the soul enters into the child. When I do the prayers, I always throw in a prayer for the mother. She should get well from childbirth, have more children, God willing. I always pray for more boys, of course. No amen? All right. I saw a few nods, but maybe a few amens would be nice. Girls are lovely. Don't misunderstand me. Nothing politically incorrect here. I love girls. I have 6 of them. That's why I need lots of boys. And after that, we'll say Mazel Tov, and then everyone can eat who's with us, and everyone will say L'chaim, and hopefully have something to share virtually. Does Uncle Russell have the baby? Yes. Okay, so everyone, no, don't come down. Stay there. Everyone here, repeat after me. Baruch haba. Baruch hanimol lishmona. We're going to step inside. Uncle Daniel and Grandfather Ellie, please join us.
Lucky. After yesterday. Mia? Do you have any tissue? Do you have any tissue? No.
Maybe over there.
I appreciate it.
Baby's been placed on the chair of Elijah. Everyone please join together with me. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishvi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. Zakise shel Eliyahu Hanavi zokol l'tov b'shuach v'yisi al l'smol 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 l'sisi. Nadi yamalach v'yisi mishol zol l'fonecha. Alvo v'na'im v'yisi al l'smol 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 l'smol. Soso nukol masach l'kamot shalom rov. Shalom Rav, the way this was a Mimshal. Ashri, you know, as far as Yishmael Kadirata, we go to the Mezek, the Dogshe, Valeta, this is the chair of the prophet, and as I mentioned, it's the father's responsibility to do this. The Sephardi tradition is to recite a few verses beforehand, and this is him accepting upon himself this responsibility, and we will repeat after him line by line.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Adonai Melech, Adonai Malach, Adonai Imloch Leolam Vaed.
Adonai Melech, Adonai Malach, Adonai Yimloch Le'olam Vo'ed again.
Adonai Malach, Adonai Melech, Adonai Malach, Adonai Imloch Leolam Vaed.
Adonai Melech, Adonai Malach, Adonai Yimloch Le'olam Vo'ed.
Ana Adonai Hoshia Na. Ana Adonai Hoshia Na.
Ono Adonai Yoshiano, Ono Adonai Yoshiano.
Ana Adonai Hatzlichana. Ana Adonai Hatzlichana.
Ono Adonai Yatzlichano, Ono Adonai Yatzlichano. Mechubad, honored with the Sandak, will be the grandfather.
We all know our strengths, right? He's still in Jeffrey's arms.
Everywhere.
What?
I don't know. Just uncovered, right? Just probably because he was uncovered.
Everything's working.
I think he was just uncovered, because I didn't hear the blessing yet. Maybe 6 days. Yeah.
Amen. Which is the Zoom camera?
Right here in front of you.
Let everyone on Zoom see the baby. Okay. We're going to hand the ceremony over to Rabbi Guzik. We're going to ask the other grandfather, please come up, take the talit. Take the other grandfather's talit.
Mask on.
Off, I'll just stand over here. While he's getting the talis ready, just want to share with everyone, Rabbi Guzik's going to be taking over the ceremony. If you listen closely, you'll hear her say two things. You'll hear her say, Zah katan gadol yihiyeh. In English, that means this child is small, he should grow to be big. In Judaism, when we say small and big, we don't mean size. We mean stature and greatness. That this child is small means right now he has potential, but he should grow to be big. He should grow to live up to that potential. And we say, Kishem shenichnas labrit, kach yikanes l'Torah l'mitzvot l'chuppah ma'asim tovim. That just as this child has now entered this covenant, he should enter a life that is filled with Torah and mitzvot. A life of wisdom, knowing how to live that life, embracing his Jewish identity, chuppah, a life of marriage surrounded by those that love him, u'ma'asim tovim, a life of good deeds and accomplishments. Rabbi, it's all yours.
Amen. Amen. Do you guys want to come a little bit closer? So just for everyone at home, I wanted to let everybody know we took off our masks because we've all been tested for the exact purposes of being here at this very moment. And just look at this gorgeous child who's about to receive his Hebrew name. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidesh yedid mi beten. V'chok b'shero sam b'teitzav chatam be'ot pri kodesh. Al ken b'sarchot el chai chelkenu sureinu. Savel hatzil yedidut she'arenu mishachat. Leman brito asher sam b'sareinu. Baruch atah Adonai koret habrit. Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu kayem et hayeled hazeh le'aviv u'le'imo v'yikareh shemo b'Yisrael Yair David ben Yosef Adi v'bracha Leah Yismach ha'av v'yotzev chalatzav v'tegel imo b'fri bitna karkatu Yismach avicha v'imecha v'tegel yoletecha v'ne'emar ve'evor alayich v'ar'ech miposeset v'damayich. Oh, okay. Va'omar lach b'damai chai, va'omar lach b'damai chai, v'ne'emar zachar le'olam brito, davar tziva le'elef dor, asher karat et Abraham ushvuato litzchak, v'ya'amidecha le'Yaakov l'chok, Yisrael brito olam, v'ne'emar, va'yamo Abraham et Yitzchak b'no, ben shmonat yamim, ka'asher tziva oto Elohim. Everyone repeat after me. Hodu, Ladonai, Ki Tov, Ki, Leolam, Chasto. Zeh hakaton Yair David Gadol Yeh, Keshem Shekinchas Labrit, Ken Yikanes LeTorah U'Lechuppah L'Ma'asim Tovim, V'Nomar, Amen. Our God and God of our ancestors, sustain this beautiful child. Let him be known among the people of Israel as Jagger Zaid, Yair David, son of Brianna and Jeffrey. May his mother be blessed with regained strength. May both parents
find joy in this beautiful child. With love and with wisdom, may they be privileged to teach him the meaning of the covenant which he has entered today. May they inspire him to seek truth and the ways of peace. Through their example, may his heart be open to the ways of Torah. May this child, Jagger, grow into greatness as a blessing to his family, to the Jewish people, and to all of humanity. As he has entered the covenant, so may he attain the blessings of Torah, of Chuppah, and Ma'asim Tovim, and let us say, Amen. And so, you guys good? Yeah. So in just a moment, Jeffrey will explain a little bit more about the incredible legacy that is imbued within this child, with the name in which he was given. And I have the chance to speak for just a few moments about his Hebrew name, Yair David. First of all, I decided to loosely translate Yair David, if that's okay with you. Please. A little bit of rabbinic privilege with two different translations. Yair David, I see you as my beloved little light. And I also see your name as meaning the one whose light brings the purpose of love into this world. And as we started this ceremony, Yair, your grandmothers lit the candles, and it's my understanding that those candlesticks were actually your great-grandmother's, Brianna, which Yair David, that means it's your great-great-great-grandmother's candlesticks that were lit in order to bring you into the covenant of our people. And so that name, Yair David, I just want to speak for a second, that idea of sparks of light. Because when I look at each person who's here individually, when I look at Yair David's parents and grandparents and great-grandparents and aunts and uncles and all of the family that is here, I see individual sparks that carry such an elaborate flame of light. But when all of you come together as you have, embodied in this little boy, this is the kind of light that's immeasurable. This is the kind of light that speaks volumes. This is the kind of light that is representative of families in which, when we are in your presence, I'm in your presence as the guest, and everyone who's at home, when we have a chance to be in your presence, that's a light in which we feel welcomed, honored, embraced, and loved. And I was just thinking for a moment, Yair David, about the idea of the light that was entered into the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. What we're told is that the Kohen Gadol, that the high priest Aaron would take a wick and place it against an existing flame, but hold it long enough so that the wick would produce a flame on its own. And when I look at Brianna and Jeffrey, parents, how'd that happen? Brianna and I would talk for months about how is it possible? How is this possible? Brianna was also one of my campers, so it's just hard to believe and just so miraculous and incredible. But the fact being is that the two of you carry a light that was nourished by your families. And when we look at the two of you, I see two of the most genuine, compassionate, thoughtful souls in our Jewish community, two people who devote themselves to spreading light to others. The fact is that your families have raised you in the exact way we would hope in the Jewish tradition, lights that stand on their own. And now you have named your son in a way in which you are telling him that you will continue to nourish that spark that exists right now within his soul, praying to God that one day that will be a light that exists on its own. It will be a light in which the two of you will ensure that he finds his own voice, that he finds his own passions, that he finds his own light, and he's able to bear that incredible purpose of bringing love into this world. And so, Yair David, my prayer for you on this sacred day is that you continue to feel the strength of the embrace in which you are held right now by your grandpa. And that you see the love that exists right here in this space and the love that will continue to exist around you. May you feel that warmth. May you feel that strength. May you feel the light present right now, and may you feel that love. Amen. Jeffrey, to the Abba. I think I need to pass that on to you.
Don't worry.
On the day of our wedding, 3.5 years ago, Rabbi Wolpe presented us with a beautiful blessing. He said, "May you stand always, as you do today, looking at each other and looking in the same direction." Today, as Brianna and I stand together, looking at our son, Jagger Zaid, embracing him into our family, we continue looking in the same direction, in the direction of love, light, hope, and a strong belief in Hashem. Brianna and I are so thankful that all of you are able to join us from the comfort of your homes, hopefully still in pajamas and cozy sweats, as we celebrate this magnificent day together. We have had the best week of our lives, getting to know our little boy, Jagger Zaid, and are so excited for him to feel the love, warmth, and gentleness of our incredible family, village, and community, all of you. I want to start by thanking the most amazing person I've ever known, Brianna. You bring light to everyone lucky enough to meet you, and you already are the most wonderful mom in the world. Sweet Jagger, sorry. Sweet Jagger, you truly have the most remarkable mother that any child could pray for. I am overwhelmed with gratitude to my wife, your mom. Brianna really is one of a kind, and I never knew I could love as much as I love you both. And to our parents, Jagger's grandparents, we feel beyond blessed to have you by our side today and look forward to sharing the journey that lies ahead. Now let me share with you why we chose this name for our son. Jagger is named after Brianna's paternal grandfather, Jerry. Jerry was the patriarch of the Monkarsh family, with strong determination to keep his family close. Whether that meant having a full row of seats for the high holiday services at Sinai Temple, for everyone to be together, or taking his family to Israel for the Maccabi Games, Jerry and Brianna had a very special bond. Brianna was his first grandchild and his only granddaughter. Jerry was a brilliant mind with one eye on business and the other focused on his family. So why Zaid? Jagger's middle name, Zaid, honors both Jerry and my maternal grandfather, David Rubenstein. My grandfather, David, was my Zeta, and Jerry was Brianna's Zaidi boy. My Zeta and I shared so many amazing memories together. Laughs, hugs, Shabbat mornings in Shul, and afternoons at Roxbury Park. My grandfather was a Holocaust survivor. The beginning of his life was a nightmare. He was lucky to come to this beautiful country where he built a loving Jewish home for my mother and her 3 sisters. His strength and faith in Hashem carried him forward, smiling together with my bubby Rika. As they visited our house almost daily, their bright light illuminated my childhood. Zaidi boy is the name Brianna gave her beloved grandfather, Jerry, a name that followed him throughout his life as a loving grandfather. Jagger Zaid, we are so happy to honor both my Zeta and Zaidi boy and their beautiful legacies with your name. Yair David, In Hebrew, Yair means light. My paternal grandfather, Ori's name, means Hashem's light. In honoring my paternal grandfather, we are so excited for you to be that light in our lives. Yair David, we have been smiling since the moment we knew you were coming. You have already brought us so much light, and we are so thankful and grateful that you are here with us today. Your Hebrew middle name, David, honors my Zeta David and Zadie boy, Jerry, who both share the Hebrew name David. Our love of Israel, Torah, and devotion to Judaism stems from the lessons and stories that our grandfathers taught us. Yair David, we so look forward to sharing their many stories with you. I know we will raise Yair David in a way which would make both of them proud. We know that Jerry, David, and Uri are here with us today, smiling and blowing gentle kisses at their great-grandson. Jagger Zaid, Yair David, welcome to this beautiful world. Welcome to our life. We cherish you, we adore you, we love you. Thank you. Thank you all for sharing in this simcha. Brianna and I so look forward to the day, please soon, where we can celebrate together in person.
Is it okay if Brianna holds baby now? Yeah? Okay. Just want to bless you guys. Just be for 2 seconds. I know. I know. We're almost done. There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. I want to wait for your mom to come back, though. Is that Heidi? It's okay. It's okay. I think he's okay. Let's put your tallis around Brianna and Jagger. Do you have it?
Claudia, it's fine, it's fine. Claudia has it.
We have it? It's okay. Wanna try that? Yeah, that's a good idea. It's okay. Oh, here it comes. Here. Oh, that's even, yeah, that's even better. That's even better. There you go. Okay. I just want to bless you with the blessing of peace. You okay? 1 second. Let's just do it. Okay. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God be gracious to you and may God bless you. May God always watch over the 3 of you and this incredible extended family. May God's face always lift unto yours. Grant you the sweetness of kindness, and most of all, may God's face lift unto each one of yours as individuals and as a family and as a unit, and grant you peace. And let us say, Amen. Amen. We're going to do the motzi after we end, and so at home and in person, let's all sing Mazel Tov together. Simin Tavu, Mazel Tavu, Mazel Tov, and Simin Tavu, Mazel Tavu, Mazel Tov, and Simin Tavu, Mazel Tavu, Mazel Tov, and Simin Tavu. You did it. Hey Lanu, Yehei Lanu, Yehei Lanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yehei Lanu, Yehei Lanu, Ulecho Yisrael. David Melech Yisrael, Chai v'Kayam. David Melech Yisrael, Chai v'Kayam. Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. Time to go inside.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm honored. Does somebody want to do the motzi really quick to kind of complete the ceremony? Great grandparents? I think that sounds great.
Let's do it. Just everyone go up there, yeah.
I think that sounds like a great idea. What's our math? I'm not in charge of that part.
We can take it off. Take it off for a minute. Take it off. Okay.
I just wanted to say this is Lador Vador, and it's our real Shahakiana moment to see our granddaughter to be a mother and her beloved husband a father. And Lador Vador Shahakiana moment that God kept us alive and allowed us to enjoy this beautiful moment. Baruch Hashem. Okay. Baruch Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Beautiful. Yasher koach to all of you. Mazel tov to all of you. Mazel tov. Do we take it for everybody? Mazel tov to all of you. Thank you.
I met you in Israel when you accompanied Russell.
With Russell.
It's
I
probably
can't
10
believe
years
it.
ago.
I cannot believe it. I'm good. I had a little bit. I'm good.
Yeah, we were in Jaffa.
Oh, yeah, take yourself so I don't try to manhandle it. Thank you.
He's over 25 now. So wow. Around 10 years ago. We went to that for sure. Special museum for the deaf. Wow. In Jaffa.
I'll get my mask out too. What is it called?
Oh, we can have a picture. Yeah, we can have a without a mask picture.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, let's do. Take a picture. Okay.
Saba, mazal tov, Saba.
Thank you. Okay. Wow. Okay, and we can even touch.